Right, welcome back YouTube. We'll kick it off with a video from the same guy we saw yesterday, the World War II US Airborne Collector. His video was very good on the paratrooper webbing. I like the way he presents himself. He's obviously quite local to me with that nice Essex accent. And he's going to talk about what you typically find in a musette bag. So I watched about 3 seconds as I was finding videos to react to. So I quickly ran upstairs and I grabbed my musette bag, which is full of everything I carry in it. So we'll see what he has in his. We'll compare it to what I have in mine. I've got one of Michael Detrez's books next to me, and it lists a few bits and pieces from some of the official paperwork, what guys had to have in there. It's a really, really brief list. Mainly it was down to what the guys wanted to pack in their bags, what they thought was essential, as well as the things they had to carry. So let's hit play and see what he says.
To my YouTube channel, World War II Airborne Collector. Today I'm going to be discussing what you might typically find in a paratrooper's musette bag. None of this is set in stone, none of it is gospel. At the end of the day, it was all personal choice of what they wanted to carry. This is just a little...
Yep, exactly as I said. There were certain things they had to carry and told to carry. Other things, it was completely down to them.
A rough guide of what you might typically find in a musette bag and items you might want to purchase if you're trying to put this together. So I'm going to start off with the torch flashlight. So what you want to know is there's loads of letters and numbers at the start, but most importantly, right at the end is B. Now, in my opinion, you want the A and a B. So they've done the A one, which was all metal brass, and then this plastic one that was B. Yeah, once again, my opinion, that's the one to collect. They done later wars that was C and D. I personally wouldn't bother.
Yeah, he's spot on. The A is the brass one, the early one. All the light they put out is abysmal. You can get reproductions of Bs. I have one in my bag. I have an A in my foot locker. It might even be in this bag. I don't know what's buried in here. Okay, so far we have a 100% match. I have a flashlight. He has a flashlight. But as he says, A is the early brass type, the nicer one. B is still quite early, and you're going to C and D, and they're very, very late war.
Purchasing them ones, I'll hang around, try and find the A and the B torch. So what to go, open the musette bag and see what else to go with that. We also have the light bulbs for the torch. Once again, not everyone would carry that, but this particular paratrooper decides he does.
I have 2 spare bulbs, but in my first aid pouch, along with my plasters, paracetamol, ibuprofen, antihistamine. I have 2 spare bulbs in there. Obviously, you know, it makes sense to have them in your musette bag. I don't know if there's a spare place for... There is. There's a spare place underneath the battery container where spare bulbs can be kept.
Then we've also got the alcohol wood burner. Now the nice thing with this is you'd see loads of these, but what you don't actually see is the metal.
Is the metal rings. I make those metal rings for that reason.
And that is obviously to hold your cup or your mess tin when making a coffee or cooking some food. Nice little item, really hard to...
But because we're coming from 2 different aspects, he's coming from the collecting side, I'm coming from the living history side. You also get fuel tablets, which I use the metal ring for. We print these, you can't see the labels, they're all upside down, no they're not. Fuel tablets, they are just hexi blocks, repackaged up, break them open, use it with that metal ring. That's probably in my bag, probably buried at the bottom.
Fine, so if you do see one of these, try and get it, really nice. To go along with that, tin of coffee. Now once again, this is a personal
my essential
purchase item, not necessarily one
I make the cans, make the labels.
Or one that was issued
full of coffee.
But they did buy them, there was there.
Yeah, as he says, you know, I mean, you do get coffee with, you know, UK rations. But I need a big jar of coffee. It's when I drink all day long when I'm doing it. To go with it also, powdered milk. That light is really bright. So yeah, you struggle to see. But again, full of powdered coffee. Powdered milk, sorry. Coffee. I'm just obsessed.
To buy it in the PX store, so we bought that. Then we've also got, here we go, malt milk tablets to go with your coffee.
I don't think I've got any snacks in my bag.
We then also have
move these
2 packs
tablets.
of salted charms. One's got the tin-filled wrapper, and the other one has got the, best as I can describe it, is grease-proof paper.
Yeah.
Which obviously holds them sweets together.
Yeah, they're nice. The rations have become very collectibles over the years. They're really nice to have. Eventually, it's the sort of thing I will put in one of the display cabinets, but you know, it's you can only focus so much money in certain different areas of collecting and living history. I tend to use. Oh, in fact, hold on, I've got a box of bits on my desk. My desk is always buried underneath, well, everything. It's some of the wrappers that I make. You just about see it says Lifesavers. It's been resized by myself. It's got 2 extra colours in the wrapper, and it fits the fruit polos, which obviously look like Lifesavers. So my bag usually has those, but obviously I eat them all. Also, yeah, oh, that light is horrific, isn't it? I'm sorry. Small boxes for Milk Duds, chocolate raisins. I fill them full of chocolate raisins. Those are medicine boxes that you spend about £5 and you get about 1,000 of those boxes. They click together. Fill them full of chocolate raisins. Print the labels. Ready to go.
They sort of, the tinfoil ones are slightly later, from like 44 onwards,
yep.
And the greaseproof ones were from up to 43. Don't quote me directly on them dates, but that's to what I believe.
Yeah, you're roughly right. Yeah.
I then also have, which is a really nice item, the Foxhole Lighter. This was obviously windproof. It's all complete. It was made by IMCO. I think that's how you say it. Once again, it's got all these instructions in it. It's a really nice item.
I've just noticed. I mean, I've got a lighter, but it's probably on the side or in my footlocker upstairs. If we look on his bookcase to his left, you can see the 2 Carantan books. In fact, this, there you go, you can just about see that. I think it's the second book from the right to the left, which is open on the page that I'm going to go through later. The one next to that is the Sam Maragliese book. I can't quite tell what's next to that, but yeah, and then the very last white one, you can see a corner of red. That white book that's got a helmet at the top of it is the American Paratrooper helmet book. Yeah, he's obviously got a very nice collection of books as well.
Looking for one for ages, and I finally found one and purchased it. Then we also have to go with that 2 packs of cigarettes.
I don't smoke, so I have no cigarettes in my bag.
Find the other one, Lucky Strikes and Chesterfield, 2 packs of smokes.
But some of the guys in the units, you know, they make their own cigarette boxes. They roll up cigarettes. They change them into period-looking boxes. But being a non-smoker, all I do is convert modern match boxes into period match boxes by replacing the labels, because obviously I still need matches, because you can't rely on my lighter because it just doesn't hold fuel very well.
Then I also have to go with the charms, a D-ration chocolate bar.
Yeah, I don't have any D-ration. I saw on eBay the other day somebody makes silicone moulds, so you can literally make your own D-ration bars. You need to print off the wrappers, wax them, but it's dead easy to do. You know, you can melt chocolate and pour it into a mould. I think the moulds were about £12.
This one's made by Hershey. Then I also have a personal sewing kit bought in the PX store. Then,
yeah, again, my sewing kit lives in the side of my musette bag. It's one of the roll-up types. You know, it's just full of all the usual tat. The usual sewing, you know, you're not going in a sewing kit. It's got scissors. It usually has a couple of spare patches in here, but because Green Army products have changed over their machines, there's a bit of a delay in them making new patches. They are the best patches, by the way, for the 101st or 82nd. Nothing comes close to their patches, so there's quite a demand for them. So all my guys have, you know, borrowed all my patches, all owe me patches as well. We're waiting for Stefan at Green Army products to make more. But yeah, they are superb.
I also have a pack of beach nut gum chewing gums. Now this is really nice. Once again, this has got the early style. Yeah,
again, we repackaged. All the wrappers for chewing gums are downloadable online on a PDF. You can print them out, replace the modern wrappers for chewing gum, and you've got chewing gum. I've got a whole bag of it upstairs. I normally take a couple of sticks in various different pockets and things.
Once again, Sarah, I describe it as grease-proof paper wrapping, not tin foil, so it's early war, which is really nice.
Yeah, well, I leave mine in the tin foil wrappers and just slide off the, the Wrigley's or whatever brand of chewing gum I buy, and slide over the World War II ones. I'm not going to swap it for greaseproof paper for the sake of that. It's too much effort, and then you will have touched food, and if you give it to somebody else, it's not exactly pleasant.
Item. Then I also have I've got 1 pack of condoms for if you meet a nice French lady when you're into Normandy, and
it's one of those things that was issued. I can't remember. It's mentioned in the Carentan book, Michael Detrez. It's either 1 box or 2 boxes everybody got. They were given them.
I also have a prophylactic kit for if you don't use your condoms and you get an itchy willy. And then I also then got a nice pack of Coca-Cola playing cards for if they're bored back in camp or sitting in their foxhole.
Yep, I carry a deck of cards and a set of poker dice in my map case. I've taught the guys poker, and with the invasion currency that we make in the books, we can sit and play cards in the evening, or when the public's around. I can't really join in. Being an officer, I'm supposed to be respectable, and I wouldn't gamble and all that sort of nonsense. But the guys can sit and play poker and gamble all their invasion currency away.
Pack of cards to play with. Then we also have a jelly bar.
Oh yeah.
Go with the chocolates and sweets, keep your energy up. Then we also have a nice hack towel, I believe that's what they're called.
Is it hack or huck? Hold on. What does it say on the paperwork? Let me just. I think it's huck. Yeah, huck towel. Yeah. Yep, huck towel. I don't know where the name comes from. That's in my wash kit.
I'm going to start looking now. Then to go with the wash, or to go with the towel, should I say? We then have a Beckley razor blades.
Barclay.
Or Barclay, should I say. And we also have Lifebow.
Lifebuoy.
I'm dyslexic, so it's kind of fun trying to read all these American names.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's a ridiculous spelling. B-U-O-Y. Surely that's B-O-I. But yeah, Lifebuoy, yeah.
So, Lifebow soap. Then we also have the Simplex military razor kit, which is quite nice. I don't know if these were actually issued or if this was once again a personal purchase item.
That's a good point, because you see so many of them. They're the most common sort of razor you see with any collection. Like if you buy a grouping, if there's a razor, that's what it will be. I get the impression they weren't, but they could well be. I'm not sure.
Then we also have. Might have to stand up here. Get it all out. So.
Yeah. And
Wash
again,
roll kit.
I can match the ginormous wash roll.
So, comb.
I don't have a comb, obviously, with no hair. There's not a lot of point.
Brushless shave. Then we've also got.
See, I don't have brushless shave. Or I have a pot, a Bakelite pot. You probably can't see what it says on the front because of the light and the fact it's dark. Williamson shaving soap, and in it, nice, is a block of shaving soap, because obviously I use it. See, as you can tell.
Then we've also got insect repellent.
Yeah, I don't have delousing powder. I wouldn't get it. I'm an officer, I wouldn't get lice. It's disgusting.
We've also got a toothbrush, which is made by Prophylactic, which also made a lot of the condoms and other plastic materials. Then we also.
And again, you always seem to see the same plastic ones with the man and the woman's head on it. Why can you not get the light to shine it when you want to? And then, it's not GI Supply. I can't remember the company name that makes the toothbrushes. If you look for the 100th Century Infantry Division on Facebook, they supply those, and they are fantastic toothbrushes. They also have a lot of information on their website that's really useful.
Don't have shaving mirror.
Yeah, mirror, just a normal regular.
We also have Milk dental toothpaste.
Yeah,
In the
don't have toothpaste, I have tooth powder. Again, when it runs out, you just pour in baking soda into the top. It's good enough.
last one, we've got the plastic soap dish.
Oh yeah, I have a metal soap dish, but you know, it's all the same, isn't it? You know. And half a bar of chopped up fairy. I've just clipped the end of it off because it didn't quite fit, and it flies out. And also the metal ones are a bit more rugged for reenacting when you're throwing them around and jumping about and crashing into things.
And if I can open it. We also then have the original.
Yeah, see, that's the proper soap, the bars of issued soap.
A couple of different types. This one is a type 2, and they also done a type 1, and I think that was all to do with different.
It's to do with the grit that's in them. Yeah, they contain not a sand, but it's a rough texture, so you can properly grind in to get the dirt loose.
Grit in the soap for cleaning.
Yeah.
Once again, all these items are original. So they are pretty much what if you're looking to buy one, this is something good to go off with. I will do more in-depth videos of going through and showing you what, like a little bit more detail on them. Best thing to know is if you are looking for these, make sure the tube inside is made out of lead. That's a good indicator.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, all the early tubes going back, World War One, they are all lead based. They rot away in the ground. I find so many of them. You can sometimes carefully unroll them to see this label still on them, but because they are lead, they do rot. Yeah, he's quite right. And later on,
Indication to say it's sort of pre-war and sort of early 1940s. So then change them to aluminium.
Yeah.
Later on in the war / sort of 50s, so it's kind of a halfway good guide to make sure that it's wartime you've collected. Then we've also got 2 pairs of.
Oh, before we jump on, I've got a few different bits. I keep in mind it's a small glass bottle. It was for hair oil. What does it say on the side? It says Inecto with a plastic. Sorry, it's not plastic. It's Bakelite cap. It was empty when I found it, so I filled it full of Lynx shower gel, so that you actually have some decent soap with you. US foot powder, actually usable, because sweaty feet, jump boots, especially in the summer when it's hot, wearing that CC2'd M42, you get very, very warm, so it's kind of essential. Shaving brush, razor, he had a click it razor. I have a Bakelite British one, as the airborne were stationed. Sorry, the 101st were stationed in England for quite a while. They could have easily picked up British items. Sorry for the in and I don't know why I'm doing that. Obviously nervous. Socks, yeah, I'm sure they're. Yeah, I have 2 pairs of original socks. I don't wear them. They are just original items that just stay in my bag. Come out.
And also a spare pair of boxer shorts.
Yep, and again, somewhere in here. Oh, that's my long johns. All the stuff I have buried away. Oh no, they're actually next to me. They're not actually in my bag. Yeah, they're buried there. You know what boxer shorts look like. I don't need to show you.
Boxers, pants, don't know what you call them. Yeah. Then we also got. I've got some other items in here too. So we've also got a French phrase book.
Yeah, all my books are in my map case, unless there's anything hidden away in any of these. No, things like coffee and bandages and tape, spare bootlaces.
Also got a German language guide and also a German phrase book.
Okay, the German phrase book is nice. You don't see that. You see the other two quite a lot, but the phrase books you don't see that often.
And then we've also then got V-mail letters for sending home to your loved ones.
That's nice.
Telling them how you are and what's going on. Obviously not too much going on because it was all censored. So you're having a lovely time. Great. Want to come back here on holiday. And I think that is it for now. Yep. So
yeah, so coming out from a different sort of aspect of reenacting, when we carry this stuff and show this stuff off. I have the long johns, which they're supposed to wear and carry a spare pair of. May seem insane. Candles, you look at all the posts that they sent home, they're always requesting things like candles, because hardly anybody actually had a flashlight. There was such a shortage of them that it was a major problem. So everybody asked for candles. Clothes brush, boot brush, whatever you want to call it, multi-purpose, rolled up V-necked sleeveless jumper, scarf that has the American Red Cross label. I keep moving it the wrong way because I'm not seeing the mirror image. Scarves are really useful. It's handy at night to use for a pillow as well. The only thing about these ginormous wash rolls are very few guys would have carried them. For the size, now you roll it up, it's a ginormous block of well, a ginormous block which takes up a good portion of your musette bag. More often than not, the individual items would have been loose or rolled up in the huck towel or in a small ditty bag, HBT small bag, because that is absolutely ginormous, that thing. So especially if you're an enlisted man, I would avoid those wash rolls. They are too big. Go for individual items or get a ditty bag. Ditty bags are better. It keeps them together. If something leaks or your shower gel leaks or whatever you've got in there, it's not going to pour over everything and make your bag smell like a schoolboy's locker room. We'll just stick those back in there. Hit play.
that is a very rough general guide of what typical items that you would find in a paratrooper's musette bag.
Yeah, spot on.
I will go into greater detail because I know it's very much quickly thrown out in front of you, so it's a little bit. Some stuff you can see very well, some stuff you can't see very well.
You can't even see my items. I threw them straight back in the bag.
So I will be doing better videos on that quality. This is a very general rough guide of what you might find in a paratrooper's musette bag. If you have found this really helpful, give us a thumbs up. If you think it's a bit crap, need a bit more work, let me know and I'll try and do my best to try and make these videos.
No, it's I get asked a lot, what goes in a musette bag? What goes in a musette bag? I'm going to fill mine full of socks and packing foam and just to give it some shape. No, just get the stuff which goes in them. It's not difficult. Like original socks and boxer shorts, as long as you're not planning on wearing them, you can get the small sizes like 28s and socks with holes in them for almost nothing. They are so cheap because, well, what purpose do they have? If you want some that fit you and in good condition, then you're going to be paying through the nose for them. But just, get the right items for your bags. The only thing... So I could say the only thing, I don't even know what I'm going to say. The things that are in Michael Detrez's book, the individual will carry in his haversack or bag field the following items. Oh, bag field. The following items of clothes and equipment. 2 handkerchiefs. Yeah, I don't have handkerchiefs. 1 raincoat. Yeah, don't have a raincoat yet. Toiletry articles, insecticide. Yeah, I know, I'll put one in there. Heat units. I have the tablets. 3 pairs of socks. I only have 2. 1 pair of socks protective. I'm not 100% sure. Towel, huck, that's in my wash kit. A spoon. The other items are starred because they refer to things that are coming later. 2 pairs of socks, raincoat, units heat, powder, insecticide, 1 box of prophylactics. Sorry, it was 1. But yeah, interesting that they specified that guys had to take one. Yeah, sorry, I was just scanning through that in case there's anything else we missed. One of my favourite purchases recently, it's a US mark teaspoon. You don't see teaspoons very often, but it's really useful for me making coffee because it's the giant spoons you get, which are that type, obviously, do not fit in my can of coffee. So then I have to pour the coffee in, and yeah, that never works out well. You either end up with it super strong or barely tasting of anything and looking like, watered down mud. But again, we're coming at this from a very different aspect. I want items I can use or that look right. he is after a collection that, you know, is correct. But he's not going to have to worry about, you know, original boxes getting battered like we would. So the things like the Barclay soap, the Lifebuoy soap, you know, if I carry those boxes around, they'd probably be absolutely obliterated after 1-2 shows. But then again, I can make those, turn them into PDFs, and print as many of them as I want, which is the sort of random things that I end up doing for the guys and myself. It's usually me first, then they get whatever I have already made. But I really like his videos. They're very good. He's obviously got some fantastic items in his collection. Clearly got a lot of books and a lot of knowledge. So we'll definitely be looking at his videos. This video, I'll actually put a link to it from the website directly to this, because as I said earlier, a lot of people ask what goes in the musette bag. So this is great. This is really useful. Right, signing off. Until later.
Better for you guys.